Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Saturday night, a late start, admittedly. But we're going to be talking about some Monster of the Week because I was out all day. I was doing other real-life gaming stuff. Chat, we'll probably talk about that a little bit. What's good, chat? How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully your weekend's treating you well. I refound, because I couldn't find this shirt, My Mechanical Romance. Shout out to my IDW Transformers fans. Here, we'll pull the mic out of the way. Little Chrome Dome rewind action. You love to see it. But yeah, I top 8'd my Star Wars Unlimited event. I feel like I should have gone to top 4, but I can't quite identify if I misplayed in my top 8 match or if it was just variance. It was a bad matchup. I crushed it game 1. Game 2, there might have been a window if I had resourced slightly differently, maybe. Game 3, it felt like I was never in it. I might have boarded incorrectly. But given the cards I saw, none of the ones that I saw I would have boarded out. So, like, I wouldn't have drawn the answer to get what I needed. I don't know. Well, it's tough because I didn't record it. I kind of regret not recording the games, but it's for the better because I would have felt obligated. I still would have been there. Or I maybe would be driving home now. But anyway, we do have some Monster of the Week games to look at. I heard there were some good ones, so we'll see what people have got. It's got to wet the whistle a little bit. Tournament was like 30 people or so, I think. But it's still like just the roar and feeling the need to yell, so my throat is already getting tired. I got to shave, chat. Getting unkempt over here. But do have to let everybody know before we get started that I'm, of course, part of the content affiliate program. That means that the Phobies team does, in fact, give me coffee for producing Phobies content. And in case you're before all the comments ask, yes, I messed up my wrist. I'm pretty sure I don't know if I'm developing or have carpal tunnel in this wrist. I'm trying to avoid surgery. The doctor said get a brace. So here we are. You may see it show up and just, talk with my hands. But anyway, let's get into it. So, there's actually a bunch of stuff to talk about with Phobies. I got to record a video. I'm going to probably try and do that tomorrow. Because this patch seems like a big deal, which reminds me. We're actually going to look at quests real quick. We'll redo this one. Kill 2 monster Phobies with Gesundheit. Okay, so the terrible quests are still here. Did I ask them? Let me see if I asked them. I don't remember if I did. I'm asking them. They won't get me an answer till Monday, so maybe I'll put off doing the video, or maybe I'll do most of it and then I'll edit in what the specifics are, because part of the this patch looked really impactful potentially, but then they gave us no details. Like, we don't know what the quest changes were. We just know some quest changes happened, but like, I just re-rolled that quest and got kill 2 monsters with Gesundheit. Like, that quest sucks. So I don't know what changed. But anyway, apparently the patch did break replays, so tomorrow will be interesting. We may not have to rush things tonight, is the point. So we did get a late start. I unfortunately got a late start starting Monster of the Week 21B, the second event. The reason being is that to be perfectly honest, between travel and this event today, and then my kidneys decided that yesterday and today were a great day to potentially explode, I was not having a good time. So Sorry, everybody. Like, it just wasn't going well. Got a late start on that. But we're going to take a look at... This was the only game that somebody called out explicitly and said, hey, this was a cool game. Let's look at it. So we got Epic Name versus Potentia. All right, so the first Monster of the Week game we're going to be looking at, let's see what we got. It's 2 monsters instead of 3 monsters. Wait, time out. Hold on, because I want to give the game its due. Is that really, like, that's seriously the change, DT? Is it possible to get quests you can't complete? It used to be, Atona. Here. So, we won't digress, because I do want to talk about the games, since we're getting a late start, but in the old, like the original quest system, Charon, whenever it moves on a tile, it automatically muds the tile. Like, it poops on the tile, and then the tile loses its powers. So... if you go on a stim, it can't stim things. If you go on a healing spot, it can't heal things until the mud goes away. If you go on a panic point, you can't capture the panic point. Charon used to have a quest to capture like 3 or 5 panic points or recapture some number of panic points. It was literally impossible. So they did remove those, and that didn't take that long. But if what DT is saying is true, and DT isn't usually one to troll, but if they changed it from 3 to 2? Come on. Come on. Come on. That's upsetting. That's, like, legitimately upsetting. Oh, you'll love this, Atona. As an aside, in my tournament, I was a victim of the we drew, so we both lose scenario. Thankfully, I top 8'd anyway, but it did come up. All right, so we got Potentia, we got Epic Name. Let's see what this game has to offer. Custom map pool, BVZ, what's good? Custom map pool, we had 3 large, 2 small. Other than this may sting a little, I forget what else was in there. Maybe I'll look it up. I don't know. We'll take a peek at this. Epic Name, open up with Gravedigger. That's definitely abnormal. As is, well, I guess this positioning doesn't really matter. Like, okay, now we're on the stem. As opposed to, like, coming across the top. This is probably better. But this allows Potentia to then sneak up to that northern panic point and then maybe take the northwestern panic point. LOL is right, Atona. Like, it was actually, like, obviously people figured it out very quickly, and the devs corrected it. That's why I think the devs, in general, for a lot of these things, took the spreadsheet approach. Like, what are all the possible outcomes? Here are all the possible inputs. Here are all the possible outcomes. Where do they intersect for quests and abilities? Because they probably just had a big spreadsheet of cap number of points, recap a number of points, kill this, kill that, kill XYZ, kill whatever. And you just run down the list and assign it to all of them, except because of the way the powers for certain phobies work, it just doesn't work, obviously. Yo, we got the Be-Off. The Be-Off sounds like a mid-2000s reality show. Hercules versus Hematic. This Monster of the Week was bad for me. What do I think about Monster A and B opening? Both starting. So I did allow for less, like, to start Monster Week A with less people because we were doing a different format. But they ended up getting enough anyway, so hopefully it will continue. Showing some life in that Monster of the Week A. I'm still interested in people's thoughts for Monster of the Week D, but we'll see how it goes. So we're getting a interesting positional battle here. Noxious is a very common phobia to show up on this map to try and break stalemates, and it definitely makes sense here. Didn't know Epic owned Hercules. Oh, that reminds me. Murder of Bees. What was the name before? Honest to God, hold on. I want to know this because I have the old. They changed. Okay, so it always was Murder of Bees, but it used to be Hercules, and now it's actually called Hercules. Honestly, like, okay, I was crapping on the devs a little bit because the quest changes, but this is pretty cool. This is really cool. And I think they changed something else like this too, didn't they? Wasn't there another one? Oh, Frosty's now freeze ray? It is? That's sweet. Like, that's actually really cool. I'm glad they changed it. Like, as much as I want the quest changes, this was, honest to God, this was a higher priority. This was a higher priority. Hercules. Let's go. See? The community can enact change. All right, so we're getting the natural spread. All right, there's like way too many bees. We have all three from Epic here. Ginsting, Hematic Ginsting, and Hercules. There is something to be said that it doesn't continue the pattern of Ginsting, something Ginsting, and then it becomes Hercules, which is fine because Hercules is funny. But it would be cool if they had something Ginsting. But don't get me wrong, like I'm very happy with Hercules. I'm very happy with Hercules. Oh, Watona, I have a story for you after this game. You'll appreciate this one. And anybody out there tournament-wise, you'll appreciate this one after this. Mario, Luigi, and maybe if Hercules is purple or yellow. Yeah, you can't really get the Wario or Waluigi. I don't think there was ever, like, even a joke third Mario brother, right? Unless you count, like, Wrecking Crew. And whatever the precursor to Super Mario Brothers was. What is that called? I can't think of it now. Getting a little positional battle here. Honestly, Potenzi, I don't know what's so wild about this game yet. Oh, okay. Just body block it here? Yeah. I was about to say Hercules might die here thanks to the Moffat pull, but they do pull back. Map pool for Monster Week kind of sucked for me. Yeah, there's only so much I can do. You get to say bees a lot. Bees! That's a beauty, though. Speaking of bees. Something like that. I don't know. Bees! There it is. We haven't had those in a while. People haven't been interested in the bees for a while. People haven't been interested in the bees. Ooh, we get a little heebie-jeebie special. Blocking in the Moffat, allowing the Noxious hit. Going down on 2 Phobies. Not hitting... You're going to get bombed into oblivion here. Are you sure? Klepto, probably the penultimate phobia out of our blue player. That Noxious is going to get a great hit here, is it not? Yep. More bees! Alright, Gravedigger goes down. We're going to go for the bomb onto... No, we're just going for the AoE hit. Fair. This is going to take down Noxious. The Hematic should still have another attack. Did the Hematic already attack? Okay, there we go. Not enough to take down its counterpart, but 0 keys remaining thanks to Mr. Tramples. Someone just tried to pull the heebie-jeebie special on me with Crushmore. Unfortunately, I failed because the tractor is just that busted. Lamau. Hey, Lamau. Alright, Muffin. Blue player in shambles. Canine. Yeah, you know you're in shambles when. Alright, taking down the Noxious, but like... I guess this isn't terrible. This isn't a terrible position. Depends on how Potenzi's counterattack goes. I could see Mr. Trample's play coming. Yeah, this Hercules is dead. Bump. Just plowing through things. Yeah, this one's kind of concluded. So I'm presuming that the main thing here was... Wait, what? What did I miss at the end there? I looked at chat for a second, and like... Muffin Top made me hungry. Now, how did... Like, I don't know. I don't really like muffins. I like corn muffins. I haven't had a corn muffin in probably like 30 years. I'm not even joking. I skipped lunch. That would be a good reason to be hungry. So Epic ended up taking this. Potenza surrendered and like... What happened here? I guess the beauty went down. I missed the beauty going down. Oh yeah, Potenza is in shambles here. Potenza in shambles. Well played, Epic. Well played. It was looking bad. I think Potenza might have gotten too cute with the Mr. Tramples. I can appreciate the 3-mover, though. Like, I get why it was used, but... Interesting. Alright, let's take a peek at the bracket real quick, chat. Ugh. We'll mix in Monster of the Week A and B here. So we did do double a limb in A in order to try and make it a little bit easier for some of these things. So Alien Engineer took the upper bracket, and then we had Epic versus Endless Suffering in the lower bracket. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so Epic versus Endless Pain here on... Wait, what? This isn't even in the map pool, is it? Hold, please. Did they meet each other other than that? No, I think they just picked the wrong damn map. I think they just picked the wrong map, because Opticon's not in the custom map pool. What am I doing? I want to see... Yeah, it is in the pool, but that is not technically a valid map. Alright, these two players done did a bad big dumpy. Why isn't it in the custom map pool? I just wanted other maps. So the custom map pool is supposed to be Center Stage, the Big House, Mount Blight, this might sting a little, and Castaway. These players elected, apparently, to do whatever the hell they wanted. Picked a different map. Whatever. I should for real get a little avatar for chat that uses AI text to speak so we can speak to Chomp. I did have... I think I have the, like, bit donation thing set up so that people can do text-to-speech, I think. I don't remember. I'll have to double check. I know a lot of people do that. A lot of streamers do that. I always thought it was weird, but I guess people like it. So either way, we're going to take a look at this. This is the lower bracket finals. Winner of this is going to meet Alien Engineer in the finals, and then maybe reset the bracket for the grand finals, but we'll see. Getting a little innocuous stare down. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Yeah, I don't mind this map. I don't mind this map. I like this map. I like Big House, and I like Vile Vortis. Got a little goon action. Goon, one of the reasons that I kind of like these maps is because you do have the opportunity to set up funny plays. But Epic Name also going with the Crushmore game plan. I guess you'd call this a heebie-jeebie special down here. It's not quite. Opened a Terrifying pack earlier, and it was mid. Got Minotaur and Bad Sushi. Now I'm going to use Phantom plus Bad Sushi in the next Monster of the Week. You got to get a win from that. Takedown there on the... yeah, I was going to say, you got to move the Innocuous. So it's a risk there. Takedown in order to stabilize the panic points. Shove Shark. We'll see if Goon does some nasty things. Why is Bad Sushi bad again? I'm not sure if that's a serious question or not. Bad Sushi really is terrible. Can't wait to see Bad Sushi have the same tournament win rate as Phantom. True. What's going to be funny is when Bad Sushi surpasses it. Okay, real talk. I will, if you win an actual tournament game with Bad Sushi, A, tell me so we can watch it. B, that will be the thumbnail. And I will make it that Bad Sushi higher win rate than Phantom, because that will be true. We've seen Phantom lose. Bomb off of the stem. Look at that! Boop. Ooh, we're going to boop this. No, we're not going to boop the smiley yet. I'm kind of wiped out, chap. Today was tiring. It was a long drive for this event. Because I have a job to pull off, considering the only guy actively using who owns Phantom. It's true. It's true. We still haven't hit our bits goal for the Tournibot integration. If we do that, I kind of want to set up a leaderboard, and I think we'll use that for the grudge match setup. If everyone uses Phantom, it'll have a 50% win rate, which is not very impressive. The usage rate is important, though. But right now, nobody's using it, so... Crushmore just building a castle, it's true. He's building his little sand fort down here. Innocuous doing its best to pee on the parade. One mover, undead, and its attack is attached to an ability, so it'll never connect unless you're already winning. It can be poisoned with creep to make it worth... Yeah, I was assuming PVZ was trolling about why is Bad Sushi bad. I presume that was a troll. Halfway through the game, not a whole lot has been accomplished, other than that juicy blom to soften up Crushmore. Well, Endless Pain has banked a lot of keys, but neither player's really committed to, like, a Hevo or something like that. It wasn't a troll. Yeah, I mean, Hordes basically explained it. It's because Bad Sushi is way harder to utilize than just about anything else. It's nearing impossible to get it into position. Even if you do get it to go off, it's not necessarily a great payoff, because it's the poison, you know, like... Ooh, a little Speaking of Gonzo... Why did that just happen? That's so weird, though. Look at this. Because of the way Murder of Bees goes... Like, look at all the things that get hit here. All of those got hit. That's so weird. I don't think the Smiley... Okay, the Smiley will die. Or should? Oh, no! Not like this. That's so much effort to deal with that Smiley, and you're overextended. Like, you're gonna lose the Hercules and the, Okay, timeout. This could be a bonkers turn. There's, like, so many things that could happen here. Oh, no, we're not going for... Okay, hold on. Hold up. Hold on, we gotta go back. I mean, go back. Hold, please. Hold, please. Alright, so, obviously, Boop is live. Goon is live. Gonzo is live. That's 750. What I was thinking is, like, you boop the Goon, walk it up into this spot, and then blom through here, but that's not actually good. Because you're not going to kill anything. Yeah, so this is going to be a better play. Never mind. I got really excited that it was going to set something up, but we're going to get an innocuous shift. Chuck? I mean, that's a Gonzo Chuck right out of the vault. Squashing them bees. Chuck on pest control duty, just dropping the hammer. Chuck, can you come by my house and deal with the damn bugs? This is why I hate the summer, bugs. When it gets warmer, all the bugs come out. Not a fan. Not a fan, chat. Chat, unrelated. I got some Mindbug expansions. Did you know that there's a Nationals and World Championship for Mindbug? I'm excited. I'm going to be trying to qualify for Nationals at Gen Con. Oh, baby. Look at that! You love to see it. Spud to kill the Innocuous? Can it do it? It cannot. Endless Pain with the long-range beatdown. I still have to figure out Phantom usage. I need support for the support. Do you, though? Oh, that is a dead Innocuous. This is not great for Epic Name. I mean, you do have a 3-ranger now in the form of Oopsie Baby, but the rest of this is not looking great. Not looking spectacular. That is, however, a 5-to-1 panic point advantage. Endless on the ropes, possibly. I was about to make a joke about how Muffin couldn't kill the Bachelor, but, like, that isn't what we're going for here. Phantom isn't an instant win, as many people think, unless you're talking some of All Fears play. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I am of the opinion you should balance around the best players. So, like, if Phantom is a problem at high levels, then it should be addressed. But I understand, and I can accept to a degree, the arguments that it is not. Oh, Blom! Dude, there were 3 Bloms this game. And each one was even better than the last. Chuck laying the beat down. Orange player trying to cap some panic points. Keep the pressure on. Muffin down. One nerf I think Phantom needs is that no vault sniping, 2 less health. I don't know what else, but that's probably what he needs. I think, honestly, if Phantom had a longer warm-up or a longer cooldown, I'd be kind of interested to see what it looks like. Endless Pain playing with fire here. Maybe not. This is probably like 2,000 and change. It's exactly 2,000 health. That's only 400, though. Blom! For the finish. GG. I think unironically made people I think I unironically made people spend money to acquire Phantom because I was spamming it in every game and dominating skilled players. I mean, that's kind of what the Phobies team wants, is to, like, people making cool plays and thereby causing people to want things, right? That's the ideal. Ah. Oh, they must have redid this. You got Phantom randomly. All right, this is the finals of Monster of the Week A. We got Endless Pain. We got Alien Engineer. I pointed the wrong way. That's fine. Let's see what we got. Back on this might sting a little. The Droney opener. Story time. Remind me after this game. I honest to God forgot after I said it. I got distracted. Yo, the counter Droney! Whoa! Whoa! Alright, Alien Engineer is breaking this block. I'm not usually a fan of breaking that block on this map, but with the Droney opener, I guess I kind of get it because it gives you a little bit of flexibility here. The counter Droney. Alien Engineer with a little Puff action. Honestly, okay, which is better on this map, Puff or Beauty? I would imagine Puff, because I think you get, like, if not literally everything, just about everything that you would want out of a Beauty in Puff for less keys, right? And then there are scenarios where Puff is going to be better. Snappy? It's a bold move there, Cotton. Get a quick pick there. Making a note here, chat. I'm getting a little quiet. Get the Goon coming out. Is this a recent acquisition by Endless Pain? I don't remember them playing Goon before this. Wrap some sausages and bacon, cook them, and have a mean hot dog. Seems a little redundant wrapping the sausage in bacon, don't you think? You can't quite reassemble it. Wait, timeout. What? I was going to put Hercules on the cover. Like, I was going to put Hercules on the cover, on the thumbnail. But Rambo? Rambo? I don't know. I don't know. Isn't that what the British call pigs in a blanket? Is pigs in a blanket not mini hot dogs to them? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've had bacon hot dogs before, too. Like, it's fine. It's mini hot dogs to them, too? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean, DT. I've never heard it pigs in a blanket be hot dogs with bacon. Yo, look at that bomb! Dude, did this Droney get 2 kills? Only in the hands of Alien Engineer is Droney this much of an assassin. Only in the hands of Alien Engineer. Droney MVP for real. For real. For realsies. Okay, I've definitely heard people go, like, something is blank AF in real life. I've 100% heard that uttered. Does anybody actually say FR, though, in real life? Or do they just say for real? Dude, are you gonna do this right now? No way! This play is sick. This play is so sick. You get the chop from the Gravedigger, but look at this. The boost on Rambo to hit the statue to snipe Murderwing and get Heart? That's sick. That's sick. For real equals for real in real life. Yeah, that's what I figured. Like, people actually say for real. Nobody says FR is what I'm saying. My understanding is that pig in the blanket means it's wrapped in bacon instead of dough in England. I'll have to ask my wife. I could have sworn it was the same thing. We do get a counter bomb in the north, but, like, endless here. FR is 2 syllables. For real is 2 syllables. Why would you go that far? It's to be a jackass, probably. like just literally to be a jackass. Dude, I'm enamored with this Rambolina play. Like, it's not like, is it that good? I don't know, but it was like so cool. Gotta love seeing Rambolina do well. Shout out to my Rambolina fans. It's funny, I have my my Star Wars mug, chat. Got a little R2 on the side, and this is a gift. And I was playing Star Wars today. Pulled so many good Phobies recently. I got a hold of Venus, and I'm trying Venus with Baba Yaga. I'm still not super sold on Baba Yaga, but like it feels like it should be a decent trapper. I'm not super sold on Venus either. I really like Poison Ivy though. Yo, there's the Phantom. Is this how Endless takes the game against Alien Engineer? Honest to God, we zoned in. I don't even remember what the results were. We've been seeing a lot more Gonzo the last few weeks. I will say that. I will say that. Yeah, you're apparently not alone there, PVZ. Frill is quicker to say than FR. Jesus Christ, can you imagine talking to somebody and, like, you tell them, yeah, this was crazy, man. Like, first this happened, and then they showed up, and then all hell broke loose, and they're like, yeah, that's crazy, Frill. Like, just imagine somebody says Frill. I really want that to happen. I really want to be there when that sentence is uttered, because that will be single-handedly the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Nah, I think Endless Pain has played Monster of the Week, B. Have they? Nah, maybe not. Language is a weird thing, though, Atona. Like, language always evolves, and there's always slang. And some of it does get adopted into regular language. And, like, it's fine. Like, I'm laughing about the for real or frill thing or whatever. Like, it's funny. Because it's kind of silly. But, like, I'm not going to get worked up over it. Cook and the Snappy. Panic Point Advantage Orange. Sinoculus is going to take roughly 7,000 years. By the way, Alien Engineer still has 6 keys left. At this point, I don't even point it out anymore. Gotta imagine in a southern... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. We get the noxious vomit. Ooh, where is this happening? Are we going... Ooh! Ooh! Get him! Get him! Look at that bomb! Dude, that was actually pretty sick. That is savage! I mean, honestly, I don't think that's good enough. But, like, that play was pretty sick. Because the problem here is Alien Engineer didn't lose the puff that's on the stem, so it, like, it doesn't matter. Oh, an Alien Engineer also has now 5 keys remaining. Because, like, this... Oh, my God. You don't even have to hit it. Like... Pop. And the crowd goes wild! Knowing Alien, that was a bait? I mean, maybe. Honestly, I think Endless was in trouble up to that point. So I could see them just being like, you know what? Whatever, I'm going to go out in style sort of thing. Get a little yoink. Alien Engineer just kind of cleaning things up at this point. Wham. Gotta love when you get the spare heart hit, too. Alien Engineer. The legend. This is why I love beam attacks. Bomb attacks might be my favorite thing in Phobies. Because I feel like it's not easy to set them up. Your opponent can counterplay them. And it is incredibly rewarding as a player when you do it. Both from a, hey, I solved the puzzle perspective. Like, it's satisfying to do, but it's also powerful to do. So, like, it is a positive on multiple fronts. And I want there to be more effects like that. Like, the general AoEs feel, by comparison, lackluster, where it's like, yeah, this is just generically good. But the Bloms really reward planning ahead, setting things up, baits, displacement, proper usage of displacement tools. Because, like, you could just yoink something and kill it. But pulling something into a line so then you could Blom something is wild. Like, it's incredible. But GG. 32-turn game on Mount Blight. We got a Markin. We got... We're pointing the wrong way. We got an epic name. This is from Monster of the Week B, as in Bravo. If you're interested in playing Monster of the Week, hit up the Random Thoughts Discord. Please, if you're going to sign up, show up. Just had a discussion about that. Not going to rehash it. But this is from round 3 of that event. Since we got a late start, I'm not sure how many of these games we're going to get to look at. So we're going to look at the round 3 games and then maybe roll it back. So Mount Blight was, of course, part of the custom map pool. Personally, I like this map, but I remember Karst recently complaining about it. I don't remember why. I convinced someone from the Phobies server to join next Monster of the Week. Nice. Shout out to PVZ doing the evangelization. We're getting a little Mario and Luigi action. Stabby coming out of a Markand. Good anchor tool. Must be my wife moving around upstairs, but just the way the floorboards creaked sounded weird. I do worry sometimes, chat, that, like, this is an old house. I do worry sometimes the floorboards are gonna have a problem. Like, as far as I know, there was no rot or anything, but, like, I don't know. I worry about weird things sometimes. You got me, PVZ. I don't know. You got me. Alright, so a Markand here, dropping a little oopsie baby on the board. Definitely an underrated phobie. Recently buffed. Get a little innocuous match in the 3 ranger, but from the other corner from our orange player. What did they buff Oopsie on? Oopsie got a damage buff recently, didn't it? Am I imagining things? Wasn't it only 350 before? Pretty sure it was only 350 before. DT will know. DT always knows this stuff off the top of their head. DT with the encyclopedic knowledge. Hercules! Okay, I can't begin to tell you how happy it makes me that they changed the name. Both on this and Frosty, although we haven't seen Frosty tonight with Freeze Ray. 350 to 400. Thank you. We got the backup. Confirmation. Another Smiley. Chat, from Smiley, yet another Phobie with a higher win rate than Phantom and Shove Shark in Monster of the Week. Hashtag just saying. All right, nothing too incredible happening at the moment. Powering down Hercules, all right. So our orange player is maxed out on Phobies, which means that there's no additional threats coming down for or against the Oopsie Baby until that happened. Then we killed something and now there's room. I do like the Smiley as an answer to Hercules. That AoE is just so damn big. And it's not like Mildred where it can heal itself up. It's going to require an actual healer to keep itself alive and online. Take down here onto Stabby. Able to trade stuff out. You should still be able to connect the Ray with the Inoculus, but that is not lethal. Smiley as a counter is incredibly scary. I had to play around each time it's pulled out when I'm using Hercules. Yeah, I could definitely see it. Speaking of Ray... Smiley taking the aggressive panic point. That's a lot of blue panic points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 2. Take down on Inoculus anyway. I'm not going to lie. This really feels like a Markin completely in the driver's seat here. A Markin in complete control of this game, but given that it's 32 turns long, I have to imagine it starts to spiral soon. Epic still with 10 keys, A Markin with only 8. Presumably this Ginsting is dead. Oh, we're gonna need a little muffin action, alright. I don't know how Epic plans to remove the Smiley. They do have keys to try and drop a few mechs here, one of which is gonna be Oopsie Baby. It's not gonna target Smiley. We're gonna creep because of reasons. So Smiley will be able to connect with Hematic as well at... Wait, who are we going... What is happening right now? Why did that happen? I guess this is trying to make a mark and choose between going after Hematic and Creep versus Hercules. But then you can just, yeah, you can just get Hercules and Creep. I don't know, like, you could have moved the Hercules out of range. Of the Smiley, that is. Oh, that's a bad side. Both players out of keys. The Smiley's going to get a ton of value. Down goes Smiley. But the long game at this stage is, in fact, A Markins. They're going to have a Phobie advantage. Panic points are even, but they can change that pretty trivially. So I imagine for the next few turns, players are just going to kind of jockey for position here. It's not impossible for A Markin to throw this. You know, if they put something, offer it up pretty much for freezies, Epic could try and capitalize. But for the most part, Epic should be in a tough spot. Like, This Hercules is going to die pretty soon, and then Amarkin can consolidate and make a push from there, hypothetically. Panic point advantage orange. But down goes Hercules. I can appreciate the sort of death ball that Epic was trying to set up. Ooh, that is a big panic point advantage. These games can end pretty quick. I mean, 1,200 damage a turn is a lot. So A-Market's playing it kind of safe here. I guess they have time. Despite the big panic point advantage. I don't know about this invade. It does get the takedown here, and Oopsie is powered down. Klepto could get some juicy hits. But yeah, Bad Side was out of position to begin with, so I guess we're going to target down the Ray. This might leave the Klepto dead. You get 2 hits here. These are powered down hits, so maybe not. That's only a total of 100 damage. Yeah, I don't think a retreat was viable here. The Klepto Splash takedown, that's always rough. Jinsting does live, but Hematic is trapped. This would be checkmate. The power down for good measure on Hematic. GG. I think we can safely call this one, chat. Sorry, getting a ping in Discord trying to figure out what's going on. The anemic 50 damage hits. Very well played. GG. Alright, let's see. What else we got, chat? A random toy action. Ugh. Alright, this is a quicker one. PVZ Furmaid versus Alien Engineer here on the Big House. What's the game plan here? As mentioned earlier, I do like the style of maps. The Big House, Vile Vortis, Opticon. I would like them more if the Sentinels didn't exist. What are you going to do? There was no game plan? Alien Engineer seems to have a specific plan. I mean, obviously you did, PVZ, because you banked a 5. I got some good feedback from this. Okay. Alright, so the plan was get Phantom online right away. I don't hate it. Honestly, Alien Engineer's aggression here makes the most sense. As the non-Phantom player, you kind of need to pressure them. The issue here is, well, A, you left the Phantom out to dry, to a degree. Four to one. I don't know what the Gravedigger was there for. But since you put the Gravedigger on the board, like, you're only getting a 3-key this turn. So what is... Like, you need the thing that comes out of Phantom's throw to be very powerful, right? Because if it's not, you're wasting all that tempo. This is not good. You're about to get hit with Noxious. Phantom on a small map, honestly, it's really hard to make use of Phantom in small maps, because using 5 keys on a melee phobia that's dimensional means Smiley can counter and you lose tempo. Yes and no. I mean, it kind of depends. You just need the Phantom to be incredibly explosive. So, for example, here, like, if you could Hydra to then just kill the... Can you just outright kill Smiley? How much health does Smiley have at level 1? Is it 1600? Yeah, Smiley has 1600 health at level 1. So you can't just Hydra it to death. You will need help. But you can prepare for it. Like, I don't think Smiley's going to necessarily be as good of a... I mean, it's going to be annoying. I don't know if it's as good of a counter. This map in particular does seem like it benefits Phantom because of how narrow it is. I mean, the idea of just dropping a Hydra in your opponent's lap and saying, deal with me, is very interesting. Way back, Hakune was trying on this map Cerberus lines. This was way pre-Phantom. The problem is, like, I met Hakune on the ladder, and Hakune went Cerberus, and I just went Repeller and said, alright, you'll never actually cross the board. So this kind of demands a muffin, and the Hydra's not going to do great into this because of the Sparky. I wonder if there's a world where you don't bother saving the Phantom here. I don't know about this one. And, like, obviously the boom was gonna connect. Like, there's no way the cat doesn't die, thereby opening up space for the boom, which is now gonna hit this concave. Yeah, that's the ball game, folks. Shout out to my Porky Pig fans. Is anybody planning on playing Multiverses? Looney Tunes made me think of the fighting game coming back. I want to give it another try, but I don't think... Alright, I'm assuming this Paddles was like PVZ's way of a concession, but GG. Yeah, I don't hate the idea of Phantom on small maps. But I think it's a very linear strategy in that if your opponent's unprepared, you will win. If they are prepared, you will lose. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Well, that was funny timing. I just started cooking my sausages wrapped in bacon. Sounds good. I'm not that hungry. My wife and I went to a terrible... Well, it wasn't terrible. It was just like an exceptionally mediocre barbecue place on the way back from the tournament. What's funny is as we pulled away, So we pull up, and it has like an open seating area outside, and then it has an in-restaurant part. So we kind of like walked around the front of it, walked through the open seating place to get to like where the hostess was. So we sit down, we eat and whatever, and as we leave, we're driving around because it was like a one-way in, one-way out. So we go behind. They apparently had a drive-through. And based on the food that we had, them having a drive-through felt very appropriate. You can take that as you will. Ugh. I don't know who... This is somebody new. Wait, what? What happened to these games again? Like, so there was a game last week, I think, that Potenzia played, and apparently the game bugged. So that's why it didn't show up on their profile. But I don't know who the opponent is for Bentastic here, because, like, this is the only Frenemies game, and, like, the only game today. So what happened to their other games? So unfortunately, there's also a known bug with Tornybot where it will repair people, which in Swiss, which is stupid. It's not supposed to work like that. But there's nothing I can do about that because it's the way the system works. The best use I've gotten from Phantom on small maps is going oopsie baby, stalling into Phantom, into high damage key to counter whatever my opponent spawns. I don't think it's effective, but I caught people off guard. That feels like... I mean, that doesn't seem bad. It doesn't seem bad. Alright, hold on. We're going to look at Epic Names profile. Is it Epic Name 35? Yeah. To see if we can find this other person's name. Is it this? So this person's name, I think, is Gustav05? We have to do all this detective work just to figure out who this person is. What? Like, so the bracket shows they played. I wonder if this bugged. I wonder if this bugged. Well, we're just going to look at other random games then from the event. Alright, this one... Wait, what? Did I have Castaway in the pool? Somebody pee in the pool? Nobody peed in the pool. Castaway is in fact in the pool. I second-guessed myself because I was debating taking this map out just because everybody picked it so much. We're looking at one of the earlier rounds in Event B because it looks like some of the replays bugged and we can't watch some of the other games. But we got a Markin and Bentastic here. Got a little noxious avatar action. And again, chat, somebody explain this to me. Cyclops, why? Why this map? Why is it this map and no other? What is... What? Alright, so what do you think, chat? What will get more views? A boggart on the thumbnail or Hercules on the thumbnail? I feel like it's boggart. Which kind of sucks, because Hercules showed up so much that I kind of want to use it, but... Boggart. Why not Hercules and boggart? I could do both. I could do both. Sometimes I do look at it as I don't want to, like... I don't want to use it up. I can always reuse it, but there is a level of, like... oversaturation, I guess, using certain phobies on the thumbnail. So if I had Goon, for example... Because Goon is something that you don't commonly see. It's obviously splashy. It's a newer phobie. If I put that on there, but then I put it on there for weeks on end, it isn't as exciting anymore because then it's no longer rare. Boggart is so weird. It's such a bizarre phobie. But Amarkin playing it pretty standard, dropping a little puff on the board. A little puff action going on. Firkin gonna ruin all the fun. Okay, so hold on. Hold, please. This is 1800. So the boggart won't die from a single volley of these. Meaning the boggart could go in and then bomb something. And if Amarkin doesn't commit to killing it, it won't die. And then that means that Bentastic could follow it up either way. But it looks like they're not interested in going for it. Like, part of me said, wait, is boggart dimensional or is boggart a monster? Boggart's a monster, okay. I kind of want to see Bentastic go in and bomb, like, the Cyclops. I mean, hell, you could bomb the Puff. Whatever. I guess the Cyclops would probably be better, but... that would force Amarkin to have to do some weird positioning, possibly? There are several phobies that are worthwhile threatening your opponent. Like, they serve a purpose just to say, hey, I could do this thing to you. I don't know that Boggart's one of them, because, like, you just walk the one guy away? I don't know. But Amarkin dropping the old double dragon strategy. Pretending we're playing a couple games on the NES. Power down on the boss from the Firkin versus Double Blom. Got Beauty and we got Puff. I don't love the zappy out of Bentastic here. This seems a little weird. Like, why is that here? No. I was trying, for a second, I was like, wait, you could aggressively position the the beauty, but I don't think that's worth it. You get double hit from Daisy, Gin Sting, hit off Stim, Boss, and then possibly Snowball. What's your guys' stance on mustard? It's got to be spicy mustard. None of that yellow mustard crap. Spicy mustard. Boggart's ability looks good on paper, but in actuality it has less health than Mildred, and the chances of it surviving after using its ability isn't as good. I'd like if the bomb went off, if the Phobie had stuck to attacked. I don't think you want to encourage that from a design element perspective. But yeah, I think Boggart is very much a more flash than substance type Phobie. That's a sniped Zappy. Well, our blue player does have a smorgasbord of options to target with Boggart. Honestly, that's why I think the Boggart should have been used earlier, because even if the Boggart died, that would mean that A-Market would have had to commit to killing it, meaning that you could follow it up and possibly the bomb goes off anyway. And if they don't commit, then your Boggart walks away and gets to do it again at some other point after dealing 1,000 damage to whatever. Get a little Mr. Tramples action going on. Alright, so Noxious on the spa. Boom. That's a very unimpressive explosion. Feels kind of unimpressive. Down goes Bo. Oh man, I am wiped out, chap. Been a very busy few weeks trying to prepare for these tournaments. I still feel like I was not adequately prepared, but you know, running Monster of the Week, doing other Phobies stuff, there's only so much time to work on other games. Numbskull and Stabby coming out, 0 keys to 0 keys. Imagine if Boggart's bomb exploded like a nuke from a cartoon. That would actually be funny. No, I want Boggart. Here's what I want. I want Boggart to attach the bomb. Alright, same thing. But then when it detonates, I want it to pull out an Acme plunger, like Wile E. Coyote, and then push the plunger with its tongue. That's what I want. I love Looney Tunes, chat. Any way we can sneak in more Looney Tunes. How many music-based Phobies do we have? We have Conductor, but is that it? Are there any other, like, even auditory-related Phobies? Power down onto the boss. Down goes Daisy. It's a tough life. Resurrect, Phobies. It's rough out there. There's another bomb. Boggart has activated twice, but womp womp. Firkin goes down. This doesn't... Like, hold on. Ah, never mind. I was going to say, this doesn't feel like A-Markin's way ahead, but they kind of are. They kind of are. Also, if there's a Blom available, you can cook the boss and the Gin Sting. I guess not. We're just gonna cook the ginseng. Wait, why did we have the... Did the numbskull have to attack? Why did we let it eat this? One day Mark can use the beam, but they just didn't. Oh, so it was up. Yeah, they could have cooked with the puff. Wait, hold on. I wanted to see... Yeah, I think they needed a Yeah, they needed the numbskull attack to help finish this. Double beams would have been sick. True. Yeah, Puff's beam was up. But you wouldn't have been able to beam off of the stem because the ginseng didn't die. So is A. Markin the biggest double dragon user? Other players do run the same plan. I just feel like A. Markin does it more? Maybe I'm imagining things. If Puff is always on fire, then why does it take damage from fire tiles? Because the fire's that hot. Bwom. GG. GG. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Monster of the Week. If you're interested in playing in the weekly tournament series for Phobies, where everything is set to level 1, and there are even participation coffee prizes, hit up the links in the description for the Randoms Thoughts Discord. That's, of course, a place where you'll find the link to my live stream as well. Likes and subscribes definitely help. That's going to do it for this time. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time for more Randoms Thoughts. I just want to get that out of the way, chat. Where the fire's super tall. Because of Phobies physics, it's all up in your mind. Flying Phobies are always flying. Why do they take damage from fire tiles? They're only like hovering 3 inches off of the ground. Let's not get crazy. They're flying. They're more like hovering. A random toy. Yeah, I didn't do a review on the on this guy yet. I didn't talk about this guy yet. I was actually kind of disappointed in this toy. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed in this toy, the more I think about it. The more I think about it, the more disappointed I am. I kind of want to get this other dinosaur toy series that has, like, anthropomorphic dinos. Because they look really cool. Fire and flying are both strong mechanics as is. They don't need massive buffs. Yeah. I think it's fine. I mean, when you're talking about the lore for Phobies and, like, trying to make sense of things, there's a lot of things that go out the window. Like, why can't Barzilla just fucking step on everything? He should be enormous. There's lots of stuff that just doesn't add up. Barzilla, but he takes up 3 tiles. I'm honestly waiting for that to be a Phobie mechanic. Phobies that take up multiple tiles. I think that would be interesting. I don't know if the geometry works on certain maps, though. Like, are there maps where you literally wouldn't be able to get this thing to pass through because of the choke points? Barzilla can step on Creepy Devil. But for example, like this is actually, like, let's say we have a Phobie that occupies 2 tiles. We don't want to go crazy with 3, 4, 5 tiles yet. Let's say we have a Phobie that occupies just 2 tiles. You could kind of have it slither from the spawn around. But if you needed to always keep a specific facing and geometry, that could be problematic for some of these. But there's tons of phobie designs that I could imagine where it's a multiple tile phobie like that. And I think that would be interesting. I think that would be cool to have. I kind of want to talk about the patch notes, chat, but I'm too tired to really do it justice. Plus, based on what I'm seeing thus far, I hope this isn't their definition of a quest rework. I'm picturing a snake 3 tiles long. It'll be the snake from the game Snake. You know, like the old, I mean, you might be able to still get it on cell phones, but like the old, like year 2000 cell phone game Snake, where it's like it gets longer every time it loops around or eats something or whatever. Okay, that's what, chat, I just figured it out. So somebody had suggested, I forget what the idea was, but somebody had suggested some idea to try and help melee phobies, and it turns out their idea actually only benefited ranged phobies. But what if you had the snake from the game Snake? It's a phobie that takes up like multiple tiles. Single tile each time. So like you have a long thing. I don't know how the pathing would work, because we already have issues with Mr. Tramples and stuff, but anyway. The idea would be that neither you nor your opponent, like, it is a line of sight blocker for both of you. What I want it to do is that it sets up a melee ambush, we'll say. So, like, you can get all of your melee stuff right up against it, and then next turn you move the snake, and then your melee guys swarm, because, like, it allows them to have a buffer to get up there. It might have to function like Boomer, where it's, you know, it might not actually do any damage. But the problem with that is, what happens if, like, say it's long enough and you stretched it across here. Like, let's say that you just locked this off. Like, imagine the heebie-jeebies special, but it's 3 tiles long. That'd be ridiculous, right? Oh, games would get so dumb. I want it to be, like, in my head, it's, you can't shoot through it, and you can't lob over it. A bunker phobia, what could go wrong? Yeah. But I want it to be neither side can shoot through it or lob over it. Maybe not even fly over it, or maybe you can burrow under it. Maybe, like, that would be allowed. You could burrow under it, because burrow could use help. But you can't fly over it. You can't shoot over it, or can't shoot through it. You can't lob over it. Block off the opening, he has nowhere to go. It's a free sack. It puts opponent at third in a Walmart parking lot. That's the EBGB special. So gargles, but it's a great one. Yeah, like, I'm trying to think of ways, because we've always, I mean, this is just like a whole 30 seconds of thought, right? Like, not even. We've always said that melee phobies are at a disadvantage, right? So they need some help. How do we help them? My initial thought was to give them, like, this pseudo bunker effect where, like, they can't just get annihilated storming the beaches before they can even get to your opponent's phobies. This may not be healthy. And the risk, of course, is that you just park your ranged phobies behind it, and then they're still better than the melees. We kind of need, like, a supercharged tile where, like, only melee, it's like a stim tile or a conveyor belt that gives you on your next move an extra movement or something, and it only works on melee phobies or something like that. Whatever the new buff is, it would have to only confer its advantages to melees, or otherwise it's just not going to work, right? I don't know. I'm tired, chat. What if they made a support phobia for 8 keys that gives your melee phobies +1 range for a turn? I don't think they want to, just making the melees into ranged phobies is not, ideal. I think it would also it would get weird from a visuals perspective. Like, is anybody really going to get confused? Probably not, but it would look weird. Just a very silly reason not to do it. But I think what would be more likely to happen is it gives all of your melee +1 movement. But that's also incredibly powerful. 8 key support for Numbskull. Numbskull actually would be sick. Ranged Numbskull? So you turn Numbskull into Beauty? That'd be sick. I feel like giving everything +1 movement for melees would be better, because while that's very powerful, a lot of melee are just like... They're still only mediocre. Or maybe it's an ability that doesn't... You know, like it does the +1 movement, but it doesn't do it right away. Or constantly. It's not like it's a passive effect. It would be an active effect, and it would go on cooldown. It would have a warm-up. It would... all that fun stuff. I mean, melees, they need help. For the most part, they're not great. For the most part, they're not great. They're relegated to support phobies like Shove Shark or 1 keys for the most part, right? I don't know. Anyway, Chad, I think I'm going to call it. I'm super tired. I should go to bed. I don't have an event tomorrow, so we should be back normal time. We'll have variety on Monday, barring catastrophe. I'm debating whether to go to the tournament next weekend. I am considering taking a week off, just because I'm kind of tired. So we'll see. I am almost certainly going to the one on the 25th, so we'll have another weird schedule then, depending on how things shape up. I need to check the specifics, see if maybe they have another weird setup like the one I went to last night. Honestly, if I had known that... My wife knew. She might have told me and I forgot, or she told me and I thought, there's no way they're going to do that, because that's just dumb. And then they did it. It's fucking dumb. But we'll see. But that's going to do it for tonight, chat. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time for more Random's Thoughts.